Well, hey there. I've got something special for you. We're going to leave it on our YouTube for a while at least and let you enjoy it several times. I'm sure you'll all enjoy it, but especially the kids. It's a children's book of one of God's stories. They're not really stories, the account of Noah and the great flood. And so I want to share it with you. It's something that I wrote a few years ago and got published, and we want to share it so that kids will enjoy getting into God's Word. So come back to it and use it as often as you can gather some kids or your grandkids or church kids or even your school kids. Help them to appreciate God's Word. And to do that, I actually wrote it a little differently. It's true to the Bible, but it's written as a poem. I think that helps the kids to enjoy it and maybe even remember it better. And we want to just help them acquire a taste for getting into God's Word. So let me share it with you, and then we're going to have the pictures and even the text along with it so that you can follow along and read with me and enjoy Noah and the great flood. God made the world and said it was good, and for a very long time it all worked like it should. Adam and Eve tried to teach their children well, and how it all went wrong only God can tell. This much we know, it's all our fault. We know God is perfect and just. The people messed up, we call it sin, because obeying God is a must. God is patient and loving and kind, so he picks us up when we fall. But he is also holy and completely good, and he wants the best for us all. We know Adam and Eve sinned in the garden, and later one of their sons killed his brother. Ever since then, there has been lots of sin. Seems like we do one bad thing after another. God keeps trying to help us live right, and the time of his patience is long. But sooner or later, God has to judge sin and punish us when we do wrong. That's what happened a long time ago. Almost everyone had become very bad. As God looked down at the evil on earth, it made him feel really sad. He had waited so long and tried so hard to help people do what was right. But the people wouldn't listen and did as they pleased, living in darkness instead of the light. He could not allow this sin to go on. It was getting worse every day. But he had a plan, and there was one man who was trying to live God's way. There was Noah and his wife, and they had 3 sons. And those 3 boys all had wives. God was pleased with this family of 8, for they followed him all their lives. God spoke to Noah and said, "Look at this place. The way people live is such a disgrace. It's so bad I'm sorry I ever made man. But do not despair, for I have a plan. I have to judge sin, so they'll all have to die. And this is the way it will be. It will rain night and day till they're all washed away. But I'll save you and your whole family." Noah was confused and needed to know more, though he knew God's words must be true. You see, it had never ever rained before. Now just what was God going to do? God said water would pour down from the sky and also come up from the ground. There would be storms and earthquakes, and for more than a year no dry land would be found. Then God told Noah, "Don't be afraid. You're going to build a big boat. And while the rest of the world is destroyed by the flood, everyone in this ark will just float." So God told Noah how to build this big boat and how to make sure it really would float. He said, "It'll be huge. No small ship will do, because I'm going to save lots of animals too." God told Noah how long and how wide and how tall this big ark should be. Put a roof on the top and 1 door in the side, and as for decks inside, make it 3. Get lots of tar and coat all the walls from the bottom clear up to the peak. Once it starts raining and the floodwaters rise, we sure don't want it to leak. You'll take lots of animals. Up the ramp they will traipse. Rabbits and lions and elephants and apes. Take plenty of food, maybe some grapes. And make plenty of rooms. They're all sizes and shapes. You'll need food and water. You'll live upstairs. The animals that go, you'll take them in pairs. When this is all over and the flooding is through, we'll start the world over with the animals and you. So Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, took on this really big chore. And when it was finished, they all went inside, and it was God who shut the big door. The rain started falling. It grew worse and worse. It lasted a very long time. Lightning, thunder, and earthquakes and volcanoes, and the floodwaters started to climb. Outside the ark, no one could survive. Inside the ark, God kept them alive. That's the way it is when you trust God's plans. You'll always be safe when you rest in His hands. One day it stopped raining, and God sent a wind to dry up all the ground. When it was time, God opened the door, and they all came out safe and sound. Noah and his family were very grateful, so they built an altar to the Lord. They thanked Him for the ark that kept them safe in the storm and saved everybody that was on board. God told Noah and his family, too, that the world had been judged for its sin. Now judgment was over, and they could move on and together start over again. God knew that each time it rained, the people would likely get scared. So He did something special up in the sky to show them just how much He cared. He set up a rainbow with colors so bright, red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. He said, "I'll never flood the whole earth again, and this bow seals my promise to you." If we'd be like Noah and follow God's ways, there would never be any need to fear. Rain or snow or dark cloudy days, we'll always know our God is near. Well, that's God's account of Noah and the great flood, only my version of it with the poetry. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your kids enjoy it. Come back often and share it with others. Use it at your church or at your school or wherever that you can grab some kids together. And we'll leave it on YouTube for a while. In fact, we'll put the address to my webpage as we close this out, so that if you want to go online and get your own copy of the book, you can feel free to do that. Meanwhile, enjoy it on YouTube, and God bless you.